What's up everybody, my name is Josh and this is the Bafira YouTube channel. Build it, fabricate it and re-race it. So we have a 2005 Lamborghini Gallardo we're building a World Time Attack car with. One of my favorite cars, this is a dream, okay? We're bringing it back to life. It was a stat write-off, but we're gonna bring it back from the dead and build a pretty cool race car. Now in this video, obviously from the thumbnail, we are building a dual element wing. Now this is going to be a two-part video. I'm super excited, going to get a little bit nerdy with it. I'll try and explain as best I can, but I don't want to be a how-to YouTube channel. I just sort of want to bring you guys along for the ride and the journey, and I'm pretty sure you can pick up what I'm putting down in the videos anyway. So yes, we have to design the swan necks, the end plates, and also we've got to build a hot wire cutter in this video, and we're going to hot wire cut our blades. All right, I'm super excited for this, so let's get into today's video. All right guys, so I like to take a photo of an object. Obviously you have seen some of that to start design process on some things. So what I've done is taken a photo of the Lambo on the side as square as I can. It doesn't really matter too much. It's just basically this picture so I can have something to get the style that I want really. And yeah, and then what I can do is just figure out once where I want it to sit, the wing, all I can do is just measure how high and scale it, and we're going to cut out a piece of alloy first and just mock it up first and just go from there. And then obviously as I do, I make changes until it's how I want. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Well, I think that looks all right. I was a bit unsure with the end plates. I designed them similar to Crisis end plates. yeah, kind of similar. I sort of like that. I know it's all to do with aero and flow, but unfortunately we don't have a wind tunnel. But you know, aero mainly end plates. Still haven't gone to sleep, guys. Tired. End plates are designed to keep the air on the wing and not like overflow off like a waterfall. So it keeps it all on the blade, all nice. But people that do aero know that also end plates designs can, you know, be changed in a way that allows that air to flow off a lot nicer as well. But again, CFD and, you know, all that sort of thing you need. And we're not there yet. Maybe one day, but yeah, I'm super happy with how this is going to be. The end plate is going to be in line the width of with the actual guards. So pretty sure it's 2 meters wide. So it's pretty big, pretty darn big. Happy with the swan necks. They do kink back, so that because the wing is going to be the blade obviously back here. Wheels there, it is quite far back, and that if we were to have that swan neck straight, obviously that's going to be hard to get in. So, and also the strength being like this is the main structure is closer. When you have that swan neck further out or angled like this, there's going to be a lot more flex. So this is going to be stronger like this as well. But yes, this is where we're at. I can't wait till we get carbon and start doing this. This is the part I was looking forward to the most, was the rear wing and obviously the custom engine cover and the Le Mans style shark fin. It's going to look shit hot. This is going to be our main core. I'm going to go through everything that I've got here to pretty much build the rear wing without the carbon. So this video is going to be a two-part video because it's going to be quite big, and I want to get a little bit nerdy with you guys and run through this a little bit deeper instead of just making a video and oh shit, wonder how we done that. But we do have some XPS foam. Now this is going to be our structural foam core for our dual element wing. Now where I live, I'm not going to say it's remote, but compared to these other big cities, we don't really have much in our town. So very hard to find stuff. One of the hardest things to find and get was chrome nickel alloy wire. Now I had to go to tackle shop to get this. Nichrome wire. It's used for hot wire cutting. So I had to go to a fishing store and get some chrome nickel alloy 0.016 diameter, 25 feet. Now this is going to be the wire that's going to cut this foam. Alright, we've got a hot glue gun. The wire, we do have some heavy springs. Now this is to kind of attach to the wire, and so it doesn't snap or not too tight, just so it has a little bit of give. We got some wire. I went to an electrical store and got this laboratory power supply, so you can adjust the volts and the amps, and it's all in one. Now you can do it cheaper. This was $200, but I think I'll probably use it for other things as well. Oh no! But this is all together, so you can adjust the volts, the amps, to get the right amount of heat in this wire to cut. So you can do it cheaper by, you know, getting a power supply and buying a little like a volume current sort of thing and hook it all up. But I thought this was quick and easy, all in one. Heat shrink, some little heat shrink connectors there, and obviously a new little kit with connectors and things on there. These are little clamps to hold down our wire, because we will be building a timber frame for our hot wire cutter. hold them down. Some wing nuts, some M6 bolts, some nuts to hold the wire, some epoxy, and some quick grip, because I think I have to bond these two together, because like I'm saying, it's hard to get stuff here. So our wing, I'm either going to, now these little alloy pieces, I'm going to make 2 of these, and what we're going to do, I'll show you this when we get into it, is we're going to glue these to the edge at the right, so they're the same at each end, and then we'll hot wire cut around these. Alright, so I'll show you this a little bit closer. So that's the shape of our wing. These are only 50 mil, and this is bigger than 50 mil. I was going to try and change this, but I think to do it properly and get what I designed is glue these two together. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try. Glue them together, glue these on the side, and then cut that shape out on each end with the hot wire cutter. We're good with this little fella. This is the dual element one. That's going to be nice and easy. That'll fit on there. But, you know, if we don't try, we don't know. So, I mean, this is going to be part of the main structure as well, because this XPS foam is quite strong. So this is going to help that carbon be even stronger as well, because it's going to stay inside. So I reckon we find some structural ply and maybe draw our big hot wire bow. It needs to be like a bow, and we might start this. I'm really excited for this. It's a little bit nerdy. I mean, nothing too crazy, but still, it's exciting. I love aero. I love learning about aero. I only know the basics at the minute. High pressure, low pressure, and things like that. But yeah, I think I found a new love, you know, this sort of stuff. It's good. Let's double check before we continue. Positive. Now I wanted it 1 meter, so because we're going to have to do 2 pieces and join them, because the foam isn't long enough. It's not long enough, it's not high enough. That's why we glued them together. So we need to do, the car is 1.9 meters wide to the very outside of the rear. So that's what I was going to do. Keep it all nice and uniform. That's a pretty darn big wing. And you know, we can make changes as the years go on and more aggressive or change stuff. So but the Lamborghinis are very wide. You don't need to do a wide body kit on them. I think the Crisis, the BMW, is only, I think, 1.7 meters wide. So there's 200 mil standard, it's wider, so pretty wide. There's all the time attack cars, all their wings and everything are like extruding even bigger. That's why they look so aggressive, but they're all around that 1.7 wheelbase, I'm pretty sure. So I was going to make my bow at 1 meter wide, so that's still fairly wide. So we can cut, yeah, 2 meter piece if we need. So we're looking pretty good here. We're probably just under 1 meter, but that's fine. Still plenty. Just got to drill a hole in there and notch that piece out, and we can start wiring it up. Alright guys, been making a mess. There is XPS foam everywhere, and I've learned some stuff, and technique is one. Also, I trimmed the sharp point off the wing, because when it's cutting to nothing, it goes not straight. Okay, so we did square it off a bit to give it some meat so it can stay straight, and we might just be able to just maybe a block and sand it if we have to. Now, I found a technique. I don't know if I said it's late at night. I've been working late all day, all night. But I found a technique, and I'm going to give it a go, this one, and hopefully it works out well. The first big one I cut out, this is it here. Might look alright from there, but obviously, look at that. That's from cutting to nothing. Not good. So, I learnt that. But that's how nice it looks here on the back. I didn't do the technique here, but you can see where I started to. So I've got to do that technique on the whole thing. And yeah, I think I've got to start in the middle. I'm not sure. This is another test. I've got to figure out. Start in the middle, because I can just drop the hot wire down. Because it's so hard to find, because it's so big. This is like a meter. You're trying to like line up the hot wire cutter evenly. And if you don't cut evenly, you get this. See that? So it's like touching at this point, and then it sort of cuts the face out, and you can't put the foam back in there. Okay, so yeah, we just have to maybe mark it center, put some marks, and then slowly drop the hot wire down, and then do that technique all the way back down, and then maybe go back in the middle, and then work our way back. So go from the middle. I don't know. I think that's probably the best way to get it smooth, because, I mean, you can sand this stuff, but still, I tried, like, test it a little bit, and it doesn't really like sanding too much, so, yeah. But we will get print through. If we don't have it nice, we're going to get print through in our carbon, because obviously the carbon is being laid on this, and when it's vacuumed, it's going to do the exact same shape as this, just like a mold. So this needs to be pretty schmicko. Otherwise, we're laminating epoxy resin and sanding until it's smooth. But yeah, we just really want to learn how to do this and the technique, and do some nice wings. That would be cool. But even though I've been failing, I've been learning, okay? So let's cut out another one. right, so I'm going to tell you the tips and tricks that I've had to learn to make better wings because I failed a few times. We've got a few, I think 6, 7 times I failed, and they were just horrible. So they went from horrible, all right, all this horrible, like horrible, 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 all right. By the time you're seeing that, she's in the bin, okay? It'll be dust. So failed a lot. This one's pristine. It's I'll explain this too, what's going on here. But yes, so you don't make the same mistakes or have to do it if you're gonna hot wire cut a wing out. Make sure, I'm using alloy, okay? Now, when I cut this on the plasma, I don't know if you know, but the plasma leaves like little sort of jagged edges, micro jagged edges. Now, I did clean them up, but not good enough. And that little hot wire cutter, the wire, will grab on them, and then you'll get all them little imperfections, okay? Well, even sometimes they're big imperfections, because if they hold in that one spot for too long, it melts a big divot in it. So you want to be gliding over it really smooth. So these have to be nice and silky smooth, and also around your edges, because if the wire sort of, you know, bends down, it doesn't grab on sharp edges, okay? So that's one thing I learnt. Oh, and you can't cut foam to 0, okay? So you got to have a little square edge on the end, because by the time it melts that, you know, point whatever millimeters, it's nearly sharp anyway, okay? So square your ends. Don't try and cut to 0, because it doesn't exist. Keep the pieces that you do cut off your wing, because they will help. Obviously, this XPS foam can be damaged quite easily. Keep these offcuts to put on top, okay? If you're a little bit all off chops and like me, and you crap everywhere and you trip over, put these on it, okay? And yeah. And also they're good for sanding. So when you have it on that block, it's in that contour, and you're not going to be pressing it onto, like, let's say there was like a nut or a washer on the table and you're pushing it down on it. Well, that's going to imprint on that, okay? It will. It'll go on there. So put it back in what it cut out of. It's like its little mold. Put it back in, and then you can rub sand it. Works really good. Protects it. And then same, you put that on, flip it up, do it like that. So that's another tip, okay? Keep them, and then keep them. You can even tape them until you're ready to do your carbon or fiberglass or whatever. Do that. My other tips. You got to have a steady hand. And, oh, that's the other thing, was mark lines. So over here, underneath here, obviously I've epoxied the join, as you've seen. I've done the other side now. That'll need a little sand, and do another once over there, and then try and match in the blade edges. I got to maybe trim the blade edges so it's nice and straight. So see these lines on here, that helped me keep my bow not tweaked, because every now and again I can see, oh, okay, I'm about 10 mil from the line, and then it's like, oh shit, I'm way off over there. So that line helped a lot. Putting little lines, I mean, these are spread apart. You can go closer if you want, but then if they're too close, you'll get mixed up with the lines. So spread apart, so then you can see, quickly look over, and that helped cutting straight as well. So they're my tips, and literally, I did 2 days. 2 days of hot wire, building the hot wire, cutting some. 2 days I learned that, okay? So I'm trying to save you some time, all right? They're my tips and tricks, and man, they just come out immaculate. As soon as I start doing that process, I mean, the slightest bit of sanding, I mean, you can't tell me that that's no good, all right? There's going to be no print through on that, all right? And that's not even the final sand. Just a nice little one. Barely even sanded it. So very, very happy. These are going to be awesome. And one day I might be able to do custom ones and sell them. But for now, we got to build this. Well guys, our rear wing blade is epoxied together. This thing is ginormous. I'm 6 foot. 1.9 meters. This is cool. I haven't double checked how straight it is yet, but I mean, it is so schmick. I'm so happy with this, and if I get the layup right and vacuum everything properly, I mean, yeah, be the real deal. So super pumped I can even achieve this, but I just keep failing. I fail until we get near perfection. So and that's what you got to do. You learn so much from failing, you know. Yeah, it's good. I'm happy. So I don't know how it looks from there because I got to hold it, but that's the main wing. Wow. The other little one, the dual element, tiny one, that one's just curing. So yeah, these will be ready for when we get our carbon fiber. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.